So I've been speaking to a lot of investor clients recently through TikTok that booked a call with me, and we're always talking about how to increase their borrowing power, their servicing to buy another investment property. And one of the ideas that that always come back and forth is, have you thought about increasing your rental income? Therefore, that increases your borrowing power. Naturally, the next question that gets asked is, Q, how often can you increase the rent? Now, this is not me being an a-hole, but this is just speaking it out there, the truth. There are landlords out there, and during the COVID period, rent was pretty much low. We didn't want to kick people out, so we lowered the rent. But, the lease is coming out soon, so it's time to increase the rent. This is just for investors and landlords out there who are keen to, increase their servicing for the next property, not for people who don't have a property or facing affordability issues. You guys can scroll away because this video is going to make you angry and trigger you like always. The question is, how much and how often can I increase my rent in my investment property without getting into trouble? For all you greedy landlords out there, including myself, who don't really give a shit about the rental crisis and the fact that vacancy rates are so low, let's get started. For New South Wales, rent can be increased every 12 months and you need to give them 60 days notice. And for fixed term tenancy agreements that are less than 2 years, the increase needs to be in writing and stated in the contract up front. So as a good tip, landlord to landlord, don't do fixed lease tenancy agreements. In Victoria, any lease dated after the 19th of July 2019 can be increased every 12 months with 60 days notice, similar to the New South Wales one here. But a loophole, if the tenancy agreement has been established before 19th of July 2019, it can be increased every 6 months. And for a fixed term tenancy agreement in Queensland, no increase is allowed if it's not originally in the contract and already stated. For WA, well, they play copycat to Queensland, exactly the same rules. If you've got properties in interstate in WA and Queensland, jack up the rent every 6 months. For South Australia, copying WA and Queensland, same policy applies every 6 months. But boring ACT Canberra will only allow you to increase by 10% according to CPI every 12 months and with 60 days notice. So for all our landlords out there, now you know that you can increase your rent, but should you? Because there are cons in increasing the rent. For example, you might have a really good tenant, and if you increase the rent, they might move. Currently, I have 7 investment properties and I haven't increased anybody's rent in the last 24 months because I'm nice. No, because I want to maximize the negative gearing. No, not because of that. Well, probably yes. But all my tenants are really good people. They're handyman, they fix my shit, repair my shit, they look after my house. Schmick. I don't want to increase my rent and kick them out and find a new batch of idiots, that trash my place. And remember, guys, you should increase your rent according to comparable rent. Which means don't be an arsehole and just look for the average. So guys, jump in the comments, let me know what you think.